Hello and good evening, welcome back to the channel, me Dragonborn McQueen. Hope you're all doing well, legends, and yeah, more Planet Coaster 2. Last time, I think we just built the front, but I've done a bit more since the last stream, so we'll jump into first person camera. That's the reason I put this here, is so we can actually see, so we can actually walk on here. But yeah. Also noticed that my camera on my right stick has got slight stick drift, rather frustratingly. Let me just plug in the keyboard and so I've got the cat in front of me, Alvin. Plug the keyboard in and then we can get rid of that heads-up, that HUD, and then we can walk around and have a look. Probably looks a bit different to when you last saw it, because as I say, I've done a bit of work. We have a coaster as well, which is always important for a theme park. I want to add a few other features. So I've got some ideas of what I want to do. Great, I've just folded up a wire and it's just uncoiled itself and jumped off the side. Right, let's try that again. But yeah, we are going to remain closed until it's ready to be fully opened. Alright, let's no, that's not what I meant to do. I'll put it into, there we go. We now actually have, so I don't know what I did last time. I think I put these in a bit along here. I'll try not to make the camera too, yeah, see, it keeps trying to go up, which is really irritating. Keeps trying to look up. And that's exactly the way my last controller went as well. My son was saying that. So yeah, we have Conquest, the coaster put in here. I have this which I've not themed yet. We will get round to doing it. I know that we didn't have any rides in or anything. Right, see, every time I move the right stick, it just starts going weird. But yeah, there's some toilets around here. Nice little feature. A water feature. A place to sit down by the pond. Over here, near the coast, going around the background. But yeah, it's looking a bit different to last time. Evening Lodge, how you doing? I wouldn't say RP Fortnite. I'm still going to have Fortnite content on the channel. I'm just reluctant to stream it because it's, you know, I'm not getting the engagement I normally get from playing Planet games, and also I think it brings out a side of me that's not so good. Doesn't mean I'll never stream it. I just need to sort some things out with me before I start streaming it again, if that makes any sense. Evening Deadshot. Yeah, well, the other game mode's pretty awful as well with the new medallion. So anyway, I'm currently showing my nice build where I'm trying to build this park for 500,000. When you play the main game, that's always fun. Yeah. The medallions are out of it now, are they? Oh, what, they got rid of them, did they? Because people were floating around and doing ridiculous things with them. Oh, I might go back to it then. We'll see. I'll give it another evening of streaming. One night. I didn't know they'd removed them. Yeah, they were, and that's why I wasn't enjoying myself so much, because like being shot to pieces from. Anyway, let's walk this queue line. Yeah, I've spent about 70,000 and I've got an idea of what I want to do with the with other parts of it, and I've got a story I want to. Right, let's jump on a coaster. There we go. Right, I'm going to mute and we can enjoy for a minute. This is not finished, by the way. Work in progress. So yeah, that's the coaster. This station took ages to build as well. I'll just pause so we don't have the music interfering. But yeah, this station took me like an entire afternoon to build all this. Evening, Ashley. How you doing? Oh, you just missed the coaster. Do you want me to go back on the coaster? You also missed me do a perimeter walk. I haven't got anything to put on here yet. I don't know what I'm going to put on here. But yeah, we've got... This is the Falcon, because obviously Romans have eagles and things on there. A lot of their symbolism, and red and gold is very much the colours, hence why I've gone for a red and gold look. So yeah, I've made them look like eagles, sort of, that you sit on, or falcons. I think I'll call it the Falcon. So I'm yet to do a sign for that and finish it off. But yeah, I do like some of the details, like this. It's a nice water feature. Mind you, putting a water feature directly outside a bathroom when you're dying to go to the toilet is probably not a good idea, but you know. Ho hum. Also, I really like the fact that all the bins look like this, so they look like pots around the Roman area. So you can't even tell what bins really. They just look like scenery. But yeah, I'm going to theme this little kiddie ride to a set of scales to do with all the trading here at the front, to do with the little market square. I may even, well, I probably won't get a chance to put in, because the exit I'll have coming off this side and have the entrance going on the other side, because that just makes more sense really. Have the entrance coming in here and the exit coming off here onto the square. But yeah, it just looks, all the leaves falling, everything else, all the details I've just put in, it looks way better. And the fact that I've worked out how to do Centurion shields out of the shields, a normal shield that's in the game, has pleased me. So we'll definitely get the details. But yeah, Conquest, I was quite pleased with that, and that's probably what I'm going to work on, finishing that off with the natural side and the beauty of that. So I'll probably get another test ride of it before we finish. In fact, you can just walk past and it's all round, you can walk all round it. I don't know why Frontier made it so you can't like put the explore mode camera on this kind of scenery and that. I don't know. Oh, and these curbs, I am going to remove them. They're just here for, just so I've got somewhere measuring the width of the path, so I can work it all out. And then over that way we're going to have the Britain roundhouses and stuff. But yeah, it's just taking me ages to build all this up. And I kind of wanted natural barriers. I could put in some harsher barriers, but I kind of like the idea of natural barriers. So this, yeah, I've got to do all this bit and round here, just finish it off. This bit though is a bit dangerous. Look, literally right next to the, you can touch the track. So I don't know how I'm going to solve that problem. Yeah, we're getting there with it. I'd say we're getting there with it. I'll do it. Oh, Scruffy's just jumped off the window. Evening, Scruffy. So yeah, conquest to do with the Romans coming over to Britain. And this queue line, I've got no lights on this queue line though, so I may have to put some lighting on it somewhere. And the details in this station, I was really pleased with all this. I must put some pots and things in on the other side, and I don't know whether to put a different flooring on. I mean, let me know what you think, guys, whether I should put a different flooring on there, because that's kind of concrete, it looks too modern and you wouldn't necessarily have that. And probably do a real theme park, will probably do a high-end theme park like we're going for, will probably do their best to disguise that. So go on, jump on the coaster. No, it's not going to let me jump on the coaster. Jump on the coaster. It's probably telling me that there's not one in the station, so I can't go on. I don't know. I have not seen anything about the new Intamin launch coaster, to be honest with you. I'll have to look into it, to be honest with you. I don't keep up with coaster news as such. I tend to just watch POVs to research them for this, and I tend not to know about manufacturer names. I know that the Smiler is I can't remember now. I know it's a record-breaking coaster, but I used to know who made it and things. Like, there are certain coasters I know that are obviously world famous, like Steel Vengeance, because that was in Planet Coaster 1, and also it's just an incredible coaster. But yeah, I don't really know, because apart from sort of British coasters, I tend not to know that much about other coasters really, and keep up with other coaster news. No doubt I'll see something though, because I watch Coaster Idiots and I watch Theme Park Worldwide, so eventually I will learn about certain coasters and see POVs if permitting. But yeah, I'll have to look into that Intamin launch coaster to be able to form an opinion. So what's it? Oh, was the Hollywood? No, I'm thinking of the Aerosmith coaster. I don't know whether I've seen any POVs of the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, because obviously I've never been to America. Well, I say obviously. No, unfortunately, I've never been to America to experience any theme parks abroad. Although if I probably went to America, I'd go to yeah, I probably want to go to Universal over Disneyland, but no, my family would probably want to go to Disneyland. But yeah, let's go for another quick ride on the coaster if it will let us. Let's pause it before it gets in there, and then rush around. They do it better from what I've seen. What, Universal or Disney? I think I'd just prefer Universal, because I think I prefer their IPs and stuff. Can I get on the... It's not letting me get on the coaster. Okay, why is it not letting me get on the coaster? I might have to... Alright, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll just get on the coaster like this. Right, thank you. There we go. Let's just do a quick... Oh, it's gone up in excitement. I mean, this is a family Woody. That was the idea behind it, so it's going to be good for all ages. And I've kept the G-forces. Oh, yeah, not too bad. I mean, that's quite high for a lateral G-force, but yeah, the vertical G-forces aren't too bad. But this game doesn't really have accurate G-forces because people have gone to coasters up to 10 Gs, so you know, or up to 9 anyway. Yeah, so this is for Ashley's benefit because she missed the beginning of the stream, so we'll just quickly show her so far and then I'll do some work on it and we'll get a bit further in. So yeah, that strong like soundtrack and everything. Hold on, let me just talking soundtracks. I think I've muted the soundtrack. Yep, well, turn that back on. Sorry, just a cough. So yeah, I've sort of done all these details and things with the backer. Very nice going through all the trees. Oh yeah. The idea is, because obviously the soundtrack's quite strong and it's called Conquest, so it's like the Romans coming over to Britain and marching through this ancient woodland countryside. So sort of I've emulated that. Build a new coaster with a vertical loop and highlight rolls into airtime hills into dive loop speed hill. No. I do have an idea for there will be another coaster and there'll be another 3 or 4, another 2 or well, possibly 4 coasters at total, and also a bit of a water park. But I want to finish things before I move on to things. If I move on to something else, I'll never finish what I've started. You know, you tend to something new and shiny, and you tend to forget about the older things, and the older things need work to get it to the point where it's perfect. I don't know what to put here, and I've not got much lighting in around here. I mean, let's go for, you can see there's lighting at the beginning around the main square, quite nice lighting, but then and the station's all lit up, but the actual coaster, well, there wouldn't be any light really around the coaster. I quite like the way the station's lit up actually. I did put a bit of effort into doing some work in here, and I didn't want it to be bright and overpowering. Yeah, I may put some flooring down and some things on the floor. That'll be the coaster. Hello, coaster. But yeah, there's all sorts of things like this that you don't see when you're on the coast are really, you do see them, but there's all details that you miss, like the idea that they're trading with the locals. I just copied them from the main entrance and put them over here. But yeah, and then sort of slightly adjusted things and that. So I heard someone shouting. I don't know whether it was a son or someone outside. I think it's someone outside, to be honest with you. See, I've got all these meadows and things that you go through. You don't really see them, but they're there. The details are there, and all this woodland. I just got to build up this area and finish building around. I was just doing this before stream, all this woodland here. As I say, this is the main concern, where the path literally goes around right next to the coaster track. Actually, curious. Let me have a look. Props, statues and centerpieces. I'm just curious as to... Yeah, an adult could... Oh, actually, I've probably got random scaling on. So is he 100% or is he bigger? Yeah, I have got random scaling on, so that could be. Let's try again. Oh, that's better. That's more realistic height. I put him down originally, he's way bigger. Yeah, I know Bedfordshire's near where I used to live, so I'm kind of very excited about Universal Bedfordshire. And that'll be really good. Well worth a visit at some point. And I think it'll bring a lot of commerce and stuff to the local area. There's Milton Keynes nearby as well. There's a good network of train systems, even from London. You can get up to Milton Keynes and you can get to Bedford. And I think they're upgrading the rail network or something to going into Bedford, especially for Universal. So yeah, it's going to be a majorly good change. And just having a Universal Studios in the UK is going to be insane. And people in England won't be asking the question of why are you building it there, which they did with Disneyland Paris. Everyone said, why are you building it there? Surely your audience is bigger in England, but it was probably a wise decision because France is on the mainland, so they could probably get a lot of visitors there. But yeah, with the Channel Tunnel and such, I think we're in a good, and Bedford being not far from the Channel Tunnel by rail network, it's going to be a good injection of commerce for the area, and it's going to be amazing having access to, depending on what kind of rides they put in, and if it's mostly dark rides, I think Universal, which I prefer anyway, so that'll be a good thing. Be a very good thing. As I say, business will do well. That's a good idea. And I'm still bordering on the line. No, they've officially announced it, had meetings, etc., etc. But I'm still bordering on the air of caution with it, because I'm not sure what they're going to be doing until it's built. I'm going to reserve judgment. Oh, I don't want random rotation. That's not what I wanted. I want random scaling on. Thank you. But yeah, it's definitely coming, I think, and it'll be a real good thing for the UK. They are. If I put it's a shame I haven't got any stinging nettles, because I could put them all underneath. stop people touching the track. I think I've slightly solved my problem with natural barriers. I'm going for a much more European approach here than a UK or American safety standards. Just where we can, if you go and walk in onto the track where there's a roller coaster, it's your own fault kind of approach. Don't need 10 foot or 20 foot wire fencing around the entire thing. Just, there's a fast moving roller coaster over there, do not go near it, you know. Yes, I think I do have an idea. I don't know whether to build the Roman section next or I think the Roman section. I'm kind of earmarking X amount of money because I'm going to have a Roman section and then a ancient Britain's section, and then I'm going to have the two meet as well in the middle with a certain type of coasters. Although I haven't fully decided what those coasters will be, but I've decided what they'll be doing, if that makes any sense, because it'll fit the narrative. Alright. Okay, I'm just getting basically the foundation of this, like these bushes down, and then what I'm going to do is add our ferns on to give them that woodland look. And it's not too expensive for us to buy all this, which is good when you set a limited budget for your theme park. Although, in saying that, I'm at 13% and I've spent nearly 100,000, so I don't think I'm going to run out of percentage. I don't think that's going to be the issue. I think we're going to run out of money before we run out of percentage, and then once, as I say, once it's finished, once we run out of money, that's it, I'll open it. But I've decided, because I may want to build up outside the theme park, just to give it a bit of outside scenery, and if it's just like a woodland or something, a bit of car parks, etc., you know, I can build that with the money made from once the park is open. Actually, there is something I just want to look at. But the only thing I don't have to worry about is power supply. But I need to think about ride facility, service breakdowns, crime and security. I've limited guests to 2,000 at the moment, but I'll probably change that once I open the theme park. Staff pay, yeah, that sort of thing. Full claims. I haven't played Planet Coaster 2. I don't know what to do with it. Should I get I mean, I'm playing on PS5, so it depends what do you have any games system, computer? It's pretty good on PlayStation 5. People are saying that they're highly limited, and it depends whether you like building, because it's more the building that's the emphasis, although, which is relaxing and good fun. But there is a career mode as well, with a bit of management where you can just throw down blueprints, and if you're not that good at building, there is actually let me show you. No, oh yeah, so it's staring me in the face. It says blueprints there. Yeah, there's actually in-game blueprints. All the ones with that like symbol next to it, these are things I've downloaded from the Frontier Workshop, just to look at things, because I support other creators and I'm interested how they do things and that, and I like to look at their creations. So there's some nice Tudor houses. Like somebody did a Viking themed building, which is pretty good for doing that in Planet Coaster 2, because that's really, although Viking is in Planet Coaster 2, that sort of style of Viking is more, it lends itself more to what's the game, that other game, the way you'd have the fire on the outside, I don't know, but anyway, it's probably a kiln. But yeah, so you've got stuff like that, and then there is some mods on PC, but more with Planet Coaster, the original. Planet Coaster 2 hasn't been out long enough, I don't think, and because of the way it can be like manipulated, like there's in-game blueprints as well. Oh, get off game. Yeah, look, there's in-game blueprints. Right, let's try again. Thank you. So yeah, there's in-game blueprints like that if you just want to stick stuff down like that. But they didn't do a lot. Oh, I downloaded 5 Guys. I think somebody built a McDonald's as well. I don't know whether I downloaded that as well. Formula 1 cars. Somebody built that on the... Although this confused the crap out of me, because it says Red Bull and it's got Aston Martin on and Mobile 1. Now, Red Bull would not sponsor Aston Martin, and Aston Martin, it just confused me. Is this an Aston Martin team? And in which case, what's got Red Bull on it? And somebody made McDonald's on the Frontier Workshop. So yeah, there's plenty of people that do lots of different things. That's a really good McDonald's. Like, it looks, and when I first saw that style of stuff. So yeah, when I first saw that style of wood, I was like, oh, you could do McDonald's. Open 24 hours. Blooming hell, I can't have that open for 24 hours in my theme park. But yeah, so there's plenty of, even if you're not very creative, there's plenty of creative stuff on the workshop that you can access. And people that try different things. Oh, how has he done that? I mean, that's really complex. That's loads of, I mean, that's, it's cost me £7,000 to put that down, but I'll delete it in a minute. But I'm just curious about something. 1,149 pieces, and the eyes are really good because they're like, what have you used for the eyes? What are the eyes? Yeah, can I not? What are they? Oh, it was done by someone from a different country, so I don't. Oh, I think I know what they are. Oh, that's really clever. So they're like fire pieces. Red Bull Racing with Max Verstappen, yeah. See, although Red Bull came from Milton Keynes, I'm still, I don't know, I like Red Bull, but I'm more, I tend to follow drivers more than teams, so I'm a Hamilton fan, and he's gone to Ferrari recently, although that seems to have been a bad decision. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to building. That's what we're here for. Not talking Formula 1, although I want to see that Formula 1 film with Brad Pitt that's just come out to buy in general release. But yeah, so there's plenty of options, even if you're not that creative, to do things, and you can jump on the whole workshop as well. And people have built entire parks you can walk around. Let's just jump on and I'll quickly show you what I mean as well. Show you that dead shot. So yeah, look, you can come on here, and these are all the top stuff, but most of this has been on here. 13 from Alton Towers, you know, Axe and Barrel, Viking Food Stall. That's my friend Jan BK, and he's done Air Force. I've got that installed, but I think he's done an entire park. So. But yeah, you can just come on here. This is everything that people are... Oh, look. You were saying about Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon are in... People have made them in Planet Coaster 2 already. But we're getting Sans from Undertale. We're getting stuff that PC... If PC upload creations as well. We can see PC creations. This is the first one that was cross-platform as well, first Planet game. So you've got PC, Xbox and PlayStation all sharing this workshop. So it's a lot harder to get your stuff noticed and things, unless you do something amazing, like create a Blastoise. Let me have a look. Subscribe to that. Yeah, we'll have that. Let's view his workshop creations. Oh look, Pokemon flying. Oh look, do you think they like Pokemon by any chance? Are they making a Pokemon theme park? If they're not, I'd be disappointed. Well, I don't need to download them. Although, Dragonite, yeah, we'll get that. He's cool. Which Pokemon do you want? I thought that was a... Oh, that's the one I used to call Mason on Pokemon Go. Anyway, we're not meant to be looking at other people's creations, but... Oh, Gyarados. I heard Pokemon as I just joined. Yeah, somebody's made loads of Pokemon. So I'm just looking at their workshop. And see, that's the good thing. If you're not that creative, you can just come on here and do what I'm doing and select stuff that you want. Wailord. See, a lot of these I recognise, but they were called different things in Pokemon Go, I think. So yeah, someone done... Yeah, I quite like this creator. We'll follow this creator. Yeah, so people have made Pokemon already out of basic shapes. In fact, I need to study how they do basic shape builds, because when I try and build stuff out of basic shapes, it just looks like a little kid playing with Play-Doh. I'm much better at realistic looking stuff. It's actually good. Yeah, so you've got access to loads of stuff on Pokemon theme park next. See, I wouldn't know where to begin with a Pokemon theme park. I'd have to go and study it. I'd have to make all the nurses and everything as well for the Pokemon centres, and I'd have to make Ash and Pikachu, and you can't say that there's a better version of Pokemon, like animated, than the original cartoon. Strongly disagree with you on that one. I remember trying to watch the original movie, and I was in my 20s when it came out. I was just like, okay. And everyone's like, Pokemon's selling like wildfire. No, the original is best. Everyone's telling me in the games industry, like, Pokemon's selling like wildfire. Pokemon's the next big thing. I'm like, okay. Okay. Not going to argue. So anyway, do you want to buy Half-Life? That's all I was interested in. How about Powerpuff Girls on the Game Boy? Things like that. What about Diablo or Diablo 2? Quality games, Diablo 2. SWAT Elite. I've watched about 6 movies, I think. I'm being lazy here by making these Buttercup Meadows of Pokemon. I thought Ashley, I thought what you meant is you've actually only just watched 6 movies in your entire life, that's it. And one of them I recommended you to the other day, which was Pirates of the Caribbean, so that was one of the 6. The other one was a Pokemon movie. So it's only these 4 other movies that I don't know what you've watched. Are you on Fortnite? I hear they've got rid of the silly medallions, Lodge was telling me earlier. And he's like, Superman. Yeah. Oh, there you go, that's 3 of them. Yeah, Superman. Sorry, yeah, you did mention you were going to go watch that. That's pretty much... in all seriousness, please tell me you've seen the Lego movie. I thought that was really good. About a billion movies in my life. I'll tell you what my most watched movie is, probably of all time. You haven't watched the Lego movie? No, watch it, it's actually quite good. You would think it's a kids movie, and I watched it with my kids as an excuse, but I really enjoyed it as an adult. It's a really good film. It's like, yeah, well, it even like the song says, everything is awesome, and it is awesome. It's worth watching. I'd highly recommend that as a kids movie, worth watching as an adult. You get to a certain age and you just watch what you like. You don't care. You're like, I'm going to watch whatever. I don't care whether anyone thinks it's childish. Next Avatar movie that's coming out in December. Yeah, I watched the original Avatar and I liked it, but it just dragged a little bit for me. It's like, okay, it's good, but Super Sega World theme park in Orlando, you were saying, it's been confirmed. It's just rumours and speculation at this time. Oh, what, they're not going to announce it till 2027, you don't think? Three hours and a half. Yeah, but Lord of the Rings was 3.5 hours, and I'd sit and watch Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Return of the King, and Two Towers back to back. I did that in the wrong order because it's Two Towers then Return of the King, but anyway, you get the point. Yeah, I mean, sorry, Deadshot, I'm not ignoring you. This Sega World theme park would be cool because Sonic is. I used to play Sonic a lot with my mate. Yeah, rest his soul. I used to go over his house and play it all the time, and yeah, it was great. We used to play Sega all the time, and I still play quite a few Sega games like Sonic. I used to have a Sega Mega Drive compilation disc for my PS3, I think. Echo, I played Echo a lot. Yeah, and I was kind of sad when Sega announced that they were just going into software development only, but it seems to have kept the company alive, so it was probably a wise decision. But yeah, it was the Sega versus Nintendo, and Nintendo had the better machines, were much more powerful, but they just didn't have the games catalogue like Sega had back then. Oh, and on Mega Drive you could load it up and it'd go EA Sports, it's in the game, so you know, but not quite as good speech as that. You know, any game with speech back in and it's on a 16-bit machine was pretty amazing. I think it was the Sega 32 CD that really took off with like speech and things. I remember playing Road Rash on that, you know, games in a computer store, and thinking, yeah, it's all right. It loaded quickly, but that was the only thing that impressed me about it. Graphically, it wasn't much different to what I was playing on with my Amiga at the time and things. So yeah, Sega theme park, good idea. Looking forward to, want to see. Yeah. Do you know what? Don't mention that. What is it? The KO, the Chow, whatever they're called, the little creatures. You could put them on your Dreamcast. Oh yeah, because I had a Dreamcast in this. I had a Japanese Dreamcast before they even came out in this country, with Soul Calibur on, because Soul Calibur was awesome. But you had a like memory card that had like you could have a display on it, and you could have a Tamagotchi like creature, but the batteries wouldn't last very long. So you take it out and try and, yeah, I don't know how people say it. Chaos, cheers, whatever, chaos. No, chaos is the emeralds, so it can't be chaos, so it's got to be chows, or chaos, or however you want to say it. Yeah, you could put them on the memory card and go take them like a Tamagotchi, and you had to feed them and things, but it never worked properly, and it really pissed me off because I used to take them to work to try and feed the bloody things, and I would like stop at my lunch break and it'd be like, it'd just get no response. I'd be pressing all the buttons and just, yeah, it didn't work. It was a good idea having a built-in GameCube type features or basic features in a memory card, but yeah, it was just executed badly. So that might be the reason why Sega stopped producing their hardware. But they were ahead of their time with their thinking, I think. That was the issue. Which is probably why they... But yeah, the fact that they're... I didn't kill it, because I could go home and stick the memory card in and go to the garden or whatever, go to wherever you needed to in Sonic Adventure, and they'd all still be there. So no, I didn't kill them. But yeah, for some reason it just didn't work. So I found it easier to do it actually on the Dreamcast rather than on the portable system, even though the portable system was supposed to be there and you were meant to be able to do it like like a Tamagotchi. And it was just a bit frustrating. So yeah, I didn't kill him. I am not a murderer of small, weird teardrop creatures from the Sonic series. Favourite character from the Sonic series then, everyone? There you go, there's a question for you. Go. Let's get some conversations about their favourite Sonic characters. I'll tell you mine once I've finished doing what I'm doing. Well, don't all type at once, you know, I'm struggling to keep up with this feedback of favourite Sonic characters. Oh dear. Alright, I'll go first. My favourite Sonic character is... No, I'm not going to, because I'll make you lot guess as well. If I tell you, there's no fun in that. Rouge Bat. What, that's your favourite? Or you think that's my favourite? Neither of which is true. Ashley, I'll let you guess my favourite there. I could give you a really easy clue. I don't want that there because I've just noticed that's exactly the same tree as that one there. And whilst that kind of works, it doesn't. Shadow. No, Shadow didn't exist when I was a little boy. Bear that in mind. So when I was getting into Sonic, Shadow didn't exist. I think there was Amy, Sonic, Knuckles. Yeah. And Tails. Yeah, that was it. So no. Tails. Okay, Tails. No, it was Knuckles, the echidna. Because I always wanted to see an echidna in the wild. And I thought having a red echidna that could just beat the... Yeah, I just thought it was really cool. Yeah, we didn't have much choice when I was growing up of what you could have as your favourite Sonic character. The options were very limited. This is quite nice. Yeah, I think they're all interesting characters, and the platform and that. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You did mention to me about Sackboy Adventure, doing that at some point. I will do a Sackboy stream because obviously it's a good PlayStation game, and my boys were talking to me about it. And then my boys brought me Sackboy's Big Adventure. I've never played it fully, so it might be a good game to stream. We could probably do it in a week if I did a whole week of PlayStation. That wasn't a beer, by the way, it was a Monster can, you know, just clarify. yeah, I could probably finish or at least finish the main game in a week, you know. Why is it Japanese cherry tree? Because we do get cherry trees in England, you know. My apple tree produces perfect blossom like that. I say perfect blossom like that, it's not quite that pink, as perfect as that, but it's pretty damn good. Pretty darn good. Juniper tree. Witcher and Geralt really put me to sleep. Geralt really put you to sleep. Fair enough. I wondered why you were a bit silent that night, and I said I won't get much engagement. I was talking to my son about it when we were walking to the shops, and we were talking about games, and I said when I stream The Witcher, his voice puts you to sleep. I'll tell you who. Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Sonic are my favourite characters in the Sonic games. Yeah, as I say, they're newer characters, Deadshot. So you know, for me, I'm not so familiar with the new ones because obviously, but my son's still into Sonic big time. One of my boys, and he's also into skateboarding and Metallica and things like that. So I kind of like that. Can we see that from the entrance? Yeah. That kind of breaks up the green, so it's not just a flat wall of green. You've got some. Did you see the Sonic movies? No, I watched the TV show. Way before anyone else used to watch the TV show. No, I don't think I have seen this. When did the Sonic movies come out? I probably would enjoy them. I'll tell you what, my most watched film growing up was, I used to watch Star Wars a lot, obviously, and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because they were the big films when I was growing up. And Transformers the movie. I have watched Transformers the movie, the original animated, not the new, like CGI versions, the proper cartoon, hand-drawn, cell shading, etc, etc. Yeah, I watched that movie about 100 billion times, and I know that there's loads of errors in that movie as well. There's like a bit where one of the Dinobots are flying, if you know anything about Transformers, the Dinobots are flying down to help the Autobots on Earth. But before they even get there, one of the Dinobots runs. You can see its leg running across in front of the. It runs across in front of, even though they're not there. It runs across in a battle scene for Autobot City Earth at the beginning of the movie, and it's like, okay, that's Swoop's leg, you know. And there's loads of little errors like that and there's bits where bits aren't coloured incorrectly and things. But it's still a good movie. Still a brilliant movie. Very nostalgic for me, and I don't know much, just know Prime and Bumblebee, that's it. But everyone knows Bumblebee because of the Dodge Charger in the new movies. And I've rewatched the new movies with someone else reacting to them, and I kind of got annoyed after the second one. I was like, I know why these aren't as good as the original Transformers, because they're not really about Transformers. The new Transformer movies, a lot of Transformer fans got pissed off, and yeah, they're not really about the Transformers. They're more about people with the Transformers as a backstory. And if you go to see a film called Transformers, you want to see about the Transformers with people as the backdrop. You know, like the TV show was the original, but I suppose the animated cartoon series could do. The first movie's not too bad, but it's all very human based, I would say, and that's kind of disappointing. But although there's the new one, the new animated one that looks really good, that's trying to tell the story before. I mean, the reason I got into Transformers was, I think it was during summer holidays on a TV show. There used to be like morning TV, then there was a kids show on for half an hour, and you'd go and watch. I think I went and watched I just happened to catch it, and the cartoon was playing for like 3 minutes. It used to play about 5 minutes each day of a half-hour cartoon. And yeah, I just saw it, and I saw Bumblebee on Cybertron as this futuristic car floating about in this robotic landscape, and I was just like transfixed. That was it. 8 years old, and boom, that was it. Transformers was the thing, and the only thing that I'd liked before that was Star Wars, really, and then Transformers became a big thing. And Action Force, I got into them, especially as Transformers and Action Force, the comics merged when I was a kid, so as soon as they did that, they were then selling 2 IPs, Sean Sandbrook and Charlotte Sandbrook. And oh, from Theme Park Worldwide, I haven't seen Sean or Charlotte, but I did meet them when I worked at a local supermarket, because they came in to buy some stuff, and I went up to them and said, Sean and Charlotte, and they were like, and Sean looked at me, but Sean's really tall, by the way, compared to me, I'm a midget, and I was like, and they thought they'd done something wrong, and I was like, oh no, I really enjoy your videos and that, and they told me they'd just been up to Fantasy Island, which is one of my local theme parks, and chatted to me about it. But yeah, I haven't seen them since, because it's kind of hard to know when they're in the area unless I stalk his Instagram, and I'm not that bothered. But if I ever do run into Sean again, yeah, I'll say hello to people. I'll say hello to them. The most common thing is when you see him in theme parks, people just shout out Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube is what they shout out, because that's what Sean used to do when he was younger. I came back and sure, Theme Park Worldwide, it's a UK YouTuber who reviews theme parks. But they travel all over the world, and they try and get you POVs on roller coasters and things and that. If you start researching roller coasters because you're no good at building roller coasters, you'll come across Theme Park Worldwide in the UK, and they're good. And they also do the Sandbrook Adventures, where they go, like, they just experience things like aquariums and that. And they do reviews of them as well. Talk to you about travel, how to get there from the UK and things. Do loads of different stuff like that. But yeah, him and his wife met because of the Smiler, which is a Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, which I've just remembered the name of. I was trying to think of it earlier in the stream. And yeah, they met on the press day for that, and now they're married, and they've just had a baby, or Charlotte's just had a baby, should I say. But yeah, he's got I think they've got a couple, both of his channels got a couple of 100,000. I think they're doing quite well on their channels. You've only watched American theme parks. Yeah, he goes to American theme parks. He goes all over the world. He goes to Dubai, everywhere. You should watch Sean and Charlotte. Lovely people. Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. I shouldn't. No, I don't mind promoting other people that are cool. They've been there as well, Japan Nintendo World. Yeah, they've been there a couple of times, and they've been to the American one as well, the Nintendo World. There's one I think it's at Universal, isn't it? But the one in Japan, I think, is better from what they said. Hold on, I'm just going to mute for a second while I have a drink. But yeah, so I've been fortunate enough to meet Sean and Charlotte. But they're good, because they're nice people. They're just like, yeah, they just act like normal people, because even though he has got a fairly big YouTube channel, he's no different to any other person. He's very down to earth. So he should be. Doesn't matter how big your channel gets, you can always be knocked from grace, can't you, at the end of the day? So you should always stay humble, which is why part of the reason why I've stopped streaming YouTube. And I was having a discussion with Large, and he said it's only because you're playing Blitz, and I'm like, it was making me into someone I'm possibly not. Like when I'm streaming this, I'm a lot more relaxed, whereas I'm sort of aggressive. I don't think, whilst some people thrive off people getting angry and that, I just don't think it's a good way to, you know, portray an image of yourself in public. And that's what you're doing on the internet, so. And considering some of the words I'd used were pretty aggressive, I was like, nah, that's not me. I need to stop playing Fortnite on stream for a little bit and just reevaluate. Although I need to put streamer friendly mode on YouTube for Witcher 3 as well when I next stream it. Otherwise you could end up with more than an eyeful. Oh dear. Mistakes were made. But the important thing is to know you made those mistakes and take action to correct them, I think, personally. It's if you don't try and correct them and you double down all the time, you're like, oh, nothing wrong with it. Ooh. Yeah. Learn to know when you're wrong. Being humble is not hard. And getting humbled is very easy. So, does anyone know about IRL streamers? Black the screen when that unicorn appears in Witcher 3. Well, you can select yeah. Just put up the just go into the PlayStation menu and it'll come up with a blue screen, won't it? Blue screen of death. You can select a streamer friendly version. I've never got that far though. But yeah, I'll have to play it some more, because what I've essentially done, because I did the well woman and, you know, the wishing well, like wraith, noon wraith at the beginning. I did and I went and saw the guy at the quartermaster and the Nilfgaard, the guy who tells you where Yennefer is, and he says, oh, I want you to go after the Griffin. So once I get up to that and then defeat the Griffin, I think that's the intro of The Witcher 3, and then the game sort of starts from there. But I'm simulating Witcher 2 so that we can get extra characters, because I think Luthos isn't in it if you don't simulate the Witcher 2 save, and a few other things aren't in the game. There's like different ways of it happening. It's a pretty cool game in that sense. Do we? Yeah, no. See, I'm thinking about putting this tree in, but as you come around the corner, you get a nice view of this building. Well, I mean, it's not highly detailed, but it's there, and it looks. I love the game. I remember being on a boat and seeing a whale fin come out of the water. Yeah, you can dive loads. I remember diving lots off Skellige. I love the second part of the game, where you've got all that, like the Irish Viking type heritage and stuff woven into the game, and I love that. But I've never got to that on stream for ages. So, and then I've never done Blood and Wine. I've never done the other DLC. So I've got to get to them. So and definitely I do want to. So we'll definitely be exploring that at some point. 100%. That's not an oak tree. That's supposed to be a mighty oak. That's not an oak. This is an oak. Massive, powerful trees. A mighty oak. Jurassic World Adventure Construction Update #1 for Universal Studios Great Britain is coming soon. But they're going to do a press release about it, about the Jurassic World Adventure construction. Is there a like YouTube channel then for the development of it? Because that'll be worth watching for Universal. Or will they just put it out? Will Universal just put it out on a general channel? Anyway, I'm curious because Velocicoaster is such an important part of Universal Studios. I'm curious to see what route they're going to go down with the Jurassic Park license in the UK. But yeah, I'm interested to see what. I'm guessing we're getting Harry Potter, because you couldn't have the UK theme park without Harry Potter. That'd be kind of sacrilege. But I don't know what other IPs they're going to use. It's a shame that they don't use like their older IPs, like Back to the Future, because I absolutely love Back to the Future. But yeah, I'm curious to see how they handle all the IPs and what rides they build and things. But yeah, we won't. I mean, what, we've got another 5 or 6 years till it possibly open. I think it's 2031. So yeah, God, I'll be old. I'll be very old then. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing however they handle the Universal, and I think as we get more updates further down the line and we get to see more and things, I think it'd be very interesting to see what's happening with it all. That'll be a good thing. So I haven't run into a brick wall on YouTube because they wanted to get to Hogwarts. Platform 9.5. It doesn't exist, does it, Scruffy? Scruffy's just coming. By the way, if anyone's new here, Scruffy's my cat, by the way, one of the cats we have. I say my cat, he's my son's cat really, but he hangs out with me a lot. Yes, are you getting comfortable, Scruffy? Are you quite happy there? Yeah, good. You've sat on the table, partly on the cushion and partly on the table. I don't know what to do. Oh look, lovely little flowers. European larch tree. The larch. Hogwarts Legacy. See, I've seen that would do big numbers. We thought that my Red Dead Redemption 2 stream would do big numbers, and we had a dedicated following of about 100, I think, watching it, but it didn't do big numbers. Just face it, because of the way I behave on my channel, I'm shadow banned. YouTube hates me, you know. Every single person watching this video could like it. You could comment afterwards, yeah, and it still wouldn't get picked up in the algorithm. I guarantee it. They just, you know, YouTube hate me. I pissed off Susan Wojcicki, whatever her name was, way back in the day, before she retired. And she's had a vendetta against me ever since. Yeah, I don't know, I think there are certain games I'd like to play, but I'd have to buy Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm actually thinking about getting a decent my current controller's developing stick drift, so I'm thinking about trying to get a better. I didn't get far in Hogwarts, neither did I got lost at the Sorting Hat. I was like, oh, that seems a bit silly to me, I'm going home. I won't insult lots of Harry Potter fans, but Harry Potter was way after I grew up. My fantasy from childhood was The Hobbit. So I hate Peter Jackson now. I used to like Peter Jackson when he did Lord of the Rings, but when he made The Hobbit into three-hour movies, it was beyond me. Like, I read the book in one weekend as a kid. I read The Hobbit in a weekend. So, Peter Jackson, you do not need to make three-hour films out of it. Out of The Hobbit. Although Smaug was handled really well, so I was kind of pleased with that. And I liked, but yeah, Lord of the Rings was brilliant. The Fellowship of the Ring and everything, really, pacing and everything was perfect in those films. Even though they were 3.5 hours, the first time you see them, they do not seem like 3.5 hour long films. And after a while, I couldn't tell the difference between the cinema release and the extended versions. Got a nice buttercup meadow. Should look good if we jump on our coaster now. I'll be Themepark Worldwide in the British Theme Awards. Oh, cool. I didn't know there was such a thing as the British Theme Awards, so I will have to check out what they are. I'll tell you who else if anyone's into Planet Coaster and stuff, I watch, someone I've been watching a lot lately is Nerd Chacho. He's quite good. What we're doing here, I've got this bit of normal grass, and I don't know whether I can't stick a meadow in. Let's go for some trusty bramble, shall we? A bit of bramble. If in doubt, stick bramble in. Rather hummable theme tune as well, the Planet games have. Actually, Ashley, you were saying you were thinking about getting Planet Zoo, but you'd have to get upgrade to premium. Just buy Planet Coaster 2, because there's only one DLC out for it. You'll be able to ride the wave of its success. The next DLC we're getting is probably going to be, and you get Pokemon in it as well. The next DLC everyone is theorising when we'll be getting is Halloween stuff, so that's going to be cool. It'll be really good to get Halloween stuff. And I'm hoping it is Halloween, because my favourite pack in Planet Coaster was definitely the Spooky pack. Quaking Aspen, is that? Can you get Pokemon in Planet Zoo? I don't think anyone's made them in the workshop because Planet Zoo is just PlayStation customers. It's just PlayStation. It's not cross-play, whereas this is cross-play. So you've got access to PC and Xbox. So Planet Coaster 2 has got a lot more rind for it in that sense, and as I say, it's only got one DLC. Coaster is good, but I prefer Zoo. Fair enough. But cutie zoos. See, I need to make a video about Zoo, because I have another Zoo content creator who's a lot bigger than me, has been picking on me. Like, he's personally been picking on me. And no, I'm not even making that up. I think I mentioned to Lodge about it the other day. If you remember our discussion about putting zoos having... I'm not going to mention his name. I will when I do a video. No, I say he's picking on me. I'm exaggerating, because basically I made a comment. He has made a video saying that he thinks that whales and dolphins should be in Planet Zoo 2 if they make one, which they probably are going to make one, because that'll be the next big. That makes sense, and it kind of would. I agree with him, but I was like, you are coping if you think they're going to do that. They're a British-based company. their ethics. They just wouldn't. Yeah. What the hell's going on here, game? I just don't think we would get a... And I pointed out basically that, yeah, that cetaceans wouldn't be in Planet Zoo 2 because of the way we, you know, it's all about ecology and things like that, and there's numerous reasons why they wouldn't do it, I don't think. And it just sparked off a massive discussion / argument / in the comments. So me basically, and then somebody was like, oh, but it doesn't matter, you know, what's the difference between that and keeping like elephants? You shouldn't keep elephants by the same token, that's a bad thing. I'm like, you need to understand environmental factors and things like that to understand why zoos are, have Planet Zoo 2 is coming soon. Yeah, it possibly is, but I don't think it'll have whales and dolphins in. I think that would be a suicidal move on, like, a PR nightmare on their behalf. I don't know whether, I don't think it'd be a wise decision for them. I think it would please some people. I think the big thing for Planet Zoo 2 is going to be so I'm just getting rid of those fence posts, those curbs. The big thing for Planet Zoo 2, would be scaling and having birds like falconry and things like that, because that's something the zoos do. Zoos do. But yeah, that's something that we have in zoos now. Oh. I'm just thinking of Wreck-It Ralph now. I've got that in my head. That's a good Disney movie, actually, Wreck-It Ralph. I think, was that the last good Disney movie I saw? Possibly. Right, we need to build a queue. Am I going to put... Yeah, I'm putting railings on because it's cheaper than building custom railings. I mean, I'm going for a high-end theme park, but I'm not completely mad. The kids, we're not going to put a massive queue in, because the kids, could you imagine kids queuing, the little kids queuing for weeks on end to go on this theme park? Hang on. I can't see kids queuing up loads to go on this. Is that... I was going to say, is that the actual edge? I think that's the edge. So it's hard to tell where the edge is. I think that's connected up. Let's have a look. I can stick stuff to it actually and make it a bit more... I don't know, a bit more interesting. Because you can stick things to rides. Because that's what I did over here. That I stuck wings on the side and made a tail feather. So it's like you're on the falcon. There are people that like cover the entire middle and stuff and things, but I don't want it to look like a ride that can function. You know, like actually I've got a blueprint I could show you. Yeah, flat ride blueprint. Where is it? That I've downloaded from the workshop. It's really good. But the guy who made it is a really creative guy. Here it is. This is amazing. This is a Helter Skelter, by the way. Look, and it's really good. But you know, that's an incredible design. Look at the detail in that and everything. Let's put it down. But yeah, it looks really good. Looks like a proper building. It's so realistic, the mix of bushes and everything. So as a guest, you come in. I don't know where you go in, but what? Well, let's go inside. Oh, hang on. Yeah. And I can't do that with my rides. I just don't like them. If part of them is not functioning properly, because you could be in guest camera mode and you would see all this, and it's like, okay. So yeah, it looks incredible on the outside, but if you're a guest walking up to the actual Helter Skelter to use it, I've seen the kids at Legoland Windsor Resort waiting for their favourite one. I'm confused as to what you mean by that, Deadshot. But yeah, so it looks really good, but it's just like there are bits of it that you can't interact with as a guest, and I that kind of ruins the immersion for me with it. Yeah, in real life, yeah, I get that, but I didn't know what you meant by the original statement. It seemed a bit weird. No, that's what I'm saying. It sounds a bit weird. If you're being a bit weird, you're gonna get put in timeout. If you're gonna be really weird, like creepy weird, then you'll get blocked. Just to warn you. So clarify for me, please, or retract the statement. You can delete statements if you feel that you've overstepped a boundary. And if you don't feel you've overstepped a boundary, but you think it's okay to talk about that, then I'll be the judge of whether you've overstepped a boundary. And just bear in mind, yeah, that just because you're on the internet, you're not anonymous. To think you are is stupid. So anyway, Roblox, yeah, they're in a whole lot of trouble at the moment, aren't they? Rightfully so. So I think... What was it? I was watching a YouTuber react to it. I'm not going to mention his name because then people go, oh, you shouldn't watch that. Perfect time to mention that game. Yeah, well, that's why. That's why I mentioned it. Yeah, he like apparently they've lost like 12 billion or something from the recent press. So yeah. Yeah, there's a fine line between reminiscing about when you were a kid and reminiscing about kids. Ask Roblox, they'll tell you all about it. I fortunately, even though my kids used to play on Roblox and stuff, I used to tell them how to handle situations with people being weird on the internet with them. So yeah, I used to have conversations with them about the games they played as they were growing up and things, because I weren't, and said if people approach you and do these sort of things, this is what you do. See this block feature? Use it to your heart's content. You're being weird, block. Don't like you, block. It's perfectly fine for people to have internet, providing the parents take an interest in what their children are doing and understand the games that they're playing. You know. And Roblox to start with wasn't actually too bad a platform. It wasn't. I mean, it's only recently it's got. I say it's only recently. You hurt my feelings. We are not friends anymore. Don't say to me ever again. Sorry, Deadshot. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. I was just saying, if you think you've overstepped a line, you know, because I couldn't understand what you were saying. But, and I'm not talking to you, it's up to you whether I'm talking to you or not, because you're the one that is deciding to watch the stream. But anyway, we're having a discussion. Yeah, Roblox, it's like a multiverse type game, kind of like Fortnite, I guess, in a way. What Fortnite's trying to become, with having lots of different styles of games in there. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. It's fine to explain what he was saying. I was saying that was fine for you to explain, Deadshot. I just didn't understand what you were getting at by saying about kids waiting for their ride. You know, their favourite ride. You know, it seemed a bit strange and out of the blue. But I said you were perfectly happy to explain. I was perfectly happy for you to want to explain it or explain yourself. You know, perhaps I've got the wrong end of the stick. It happens. You know, I'm only reading a bit of text, and context is lost out text, which I have the ability of putting kind of inflections in my voice and, you know, being able to talk. But I'm a reasonable person. So yeah, I did say you could explain, and I am open to listening. I just was warning you that if it was something untoward, I wouldn't be too pleased, because I am a good moral compass, or at least I like to think I do. Apart from when I was streaming Fortnite. Oh yeah, I was trying to get this in here the other day, like to get the, and it wasn't actually getting the, because I like the gravel around the main square. I kind of like the idea of the Romans putting down some gravel. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, unless of course you stream someone else's content and say, did you enjoy watching it here? Because so you did. I take away views from the main person I'm reacting to. But my boys, but I think my boys were big into Fortnite when they were growing up, more so. So Fortnite was a big thing in our house, and Little Big Planet, they were into that as well, which was good because I used to play Little Big Planet, and that was an online game, but you couldn't talk to anyone. You could only type things. Oh no, you could talk to people. Yeah, you could talk on mic. Because I remember there was somebody younger that used to like game with me, and I said to him, you know, I just felt weird. I said, no, it's just I just feel weird having a kid play a game with me, and he's like, oh no, but you know, I look forward to playing this, and I enjoy because you're quite creative. And I'm like, yeah, but I just feel weird. It's just not right for an adult to. And I said, I'm sorry, but you know, yeah, it's just weird. I would feel weird even with with a stranger who's a teenager possibly playing a game, because it just wouldn't feel right. Just, you could be accused of all sorts of things. It's just, no, it's not the done thing. But yeah, that was a fun game, Little Big Planet, in all honesty. But most of the time you would play with friends on local servers. Like I play with my boys. We play the Shark Attack games and things on Little Big Planet. The community made levels, and that was the fun of it. Fair enough, Deadshot. Well, your choice. I did say you could explain, but good night. Yeah. You had the option of explaining, but you also brought up a delicate subject and made for an interesting conversation. Yeah, situations, I think, with the way the gaming is and the internet and things, it's easy for kids to be able to interact with adults in a gaming setting. It's just if the kids aren't told how to handle those situations, that's when you have issues. Or the adults coerce the children. Yeah, I don't like those ping things there. I don't like those ping things at all. Then they weren't working. They won't do anything for me. Anyway, let's change the subject, shall we? Let's talk about. Is that the roller coaster done? That is pretty much the roller coaster done. Look, would we say it's done? I mean, there's this bit. I could possibly add some more design into there, but pretty much that is the roller coaster done. Hey. That's cool. We can move on to something else. I'm trying to grab the roller coaster and it's not. Yeah, 2 trains on this. Oh, one thing before we start and have a look at it. Yeah, there we go. You mean besides Final Fantasy, which we discussed the other night, and why I can't stream it because Square just are. I've got hundreds of games. I've got Prey by Bethesda. I've never played that, and I really like the look of that. I've seen a bit of a playthrough, but I've never played it. So, yeah, I've sort of watched the beginning of someone else playing Prey. I think you can stream them. You can't. The Square are horrible. As soon as their music is in anything, or their games, it's copyright claimed instantly. So you can stream them, yeah, but you would receive, what was it, just like, yeah, I don't think anyone streamed them with the music. No, I think you get, yeah, they get copyright claimed. I mean, and I think like Japanese companies are very different to British companies in the way they handle things. And you'll get a copyright claim, but then you might get a copyright strike out of the blue, and you can't do anything about it. Yeah? And if I got a copyright strike, I wouldn't be able to stream. You just have to watch yourself with like Square. I know I've heard lots of horror stories about them, you know, with regards to streaming, which is why I just don't touch them with a barge pole. It's like, no. I streamed Final Fantasy VII once on the channel, and it instantly got cloned. I was just like, yeah, okay. And I looked into it a bit more, and it's like, yeah, you won't find anyone. And that was the original Final Fantasy VII. I mean, you would think it'd make sense for me because it would be like promoting a 20-year-old game or 25-year-old game now. And you would think they would be happy for you to promote it, but no. And so, in fact, it's probably nearly 30 years old. Cripes. Just thinking now, it's probably nearly 30 years old, Final Fantasy VII, the original. And yet, they still will claim it. So, which is a shame, because, you know, it'd be a fun little game to have on and play, and I could show you all the stuff that I learnt when I was younger about the game, and we could build Cloud up and his gang and go and take on weapons and, yeah, do all the cool stuff in that game. But unfortunately, as I say, Square can be, or Squaresoft Enix can be quite aggressive with, and Japanese companies in general, like Nintendo. I mean, I think Nintendo is slowly relinquishing the reins, but they were really harsh on streamers, which is a shame. I completed World of Final Fantasy. Yeah, there's a. Yeah, is it? Yeah, I think we might have got that. My dad did send us a Final Fantasy game for me to play with the boys, and we started playing it, but they never had any interest in it. I think it was a PS3 game or something. But yeah, when you said World of Final Fantasy, it kind of just like, oh, hang on. But yeah, I've got loads of games kicking about basically, actually, and I'll stream them one time. Anyway, I'm gonna have a quick 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be back shortly, everyone. And we'll start a new area. Maybe I'll start the local Britain side, or I might start the Roman side, the big Roman side, because we've got like the little Roman entrance, nice, kind of like here in the countryside. Then there's going to be the big Roman bit, and that will be big with water parks and everything else, which is probably going to be the most expensive bit. So it might be an idea to do that, because I reckon that's going to be about 200 grand, which would leave me for 200,000 for the rest of the park. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. Just in time as well by the looks of it. I was going to say, did you enjoy the shots of trees and scenery? That's what cinematic camera normally does in this game. Unfortunately. Yes, I don't know whether to work on this or start the new area, which we're going to start here, I guess. And probably go to a proper paved area. In fact, oh, yeah, I was going to get rid of these like bits here, like the curbs, but I'll do that once I've built this side as well, because we need to build up this side. Kind of thinking over here we branch off into the yeah, the roundhouse type, you know, the Britons type area. But I'm kind of thinking I want to use some of these natural features. When I was looking at these, most people just knock this down and delete it all, and it's like, that's good, but I might cut back some of the trees and stuff, but I would like to use these features that they've put in the game. Oh, my TV's going to turn off, give me a second. Yeah, so it's yeah, I'd kind of like to use these features. I could do something with this, you know, put the village in here, Britain's village, but then I've got to come all the way out here to it. So everything in between, I don't know what I'd put in between, sort of Roman England, you know, mix. But yeah, this is going to be pure Roman, like Bath type things. So we will go to a different cobblestone or flagstones, I think. I don't know whether to put curbs on or not. No, we won't have curbs. Straight, and we're going to have angle snap on. Reason being, we are going to be in. So let's is that? Yeah, I think that's about the right length. So I want to build like big Roman gates on there. So what we're looking at is possibly marble. Yeah, let's go for marble, I'm thinking. Jump down to mythology, which is all the Greek stuff. By the way, Romans thought this was good luck. Medusa was good luck to the Romans. The snakes were used to fight off evil. You learn something new every day, don't you? Back. I'm back as well, actually. Have been for some time. Back with a coffee, I'm guessing. Back with a vengeance. Alright, if we're building these gates, no coffee. Soft drink. Please tell me you're staying hydrated. Everyone's got to be staying hydrated in this weather. Mind you, it's got cooler lately. We're no longer in the grip of a heat wave, thankfully. So we're just going to get a basic idea for the gates. There is coffee, but I'm not having one. Fair enough. Fair enough. Everyone should. Look at that. You could build. Kind of like that. Cold Luke's which probably isn't the best at this time of night. Yeah, I'm drinking a cold Monster, so yeah, same sort of thing. same choice of good drinks. See, I don't know whether to put this at high. No, I think that'd look a bit weird, having this across the top as well. I could do. I could have it across the top and then... No, it looks a bit weird underneath. Yeah, it's better on the floor. I'm just like kind of throwing ideas down and seeing what sticks at the moment. I'm not actually designing. Oh, hang on. Let's move you up half a meter. Marble solid floor or solid roof. Would be really nice across the front here as well would be to have this sort of thing. Actually, you might want to have it could have that, or I could have it across and then I don't think it works. Yeah, that doesn't work, does it? No. As I say, we're just trying ideas at the moment, seeing what sticks. Let's see what works and what doesn't work. That looks awful at the moment. Don't worry, we can save it still. Nobody panic. I have it under control. Kind of thinking these are white. I need to make these, build a Colosseum and have Pokemon battling inside. No. What, have Pikachu shouting, "Are you not entertained?" I am Pikachu and I have my vengeance in this life or the next. pet of a murdered ash. Says that then Thunderbolt. Yeah. If nobody knows what one about, Gladiator is what I was referring to, which is a brilliant film. Yeah, if people watching this stream have not seen Gladiator, yeah, highly recommend that film. Highly recommend that film. It's a bit good. Russell Crowe. There's a problem there. Problem being I can't put any roof on top. Like I could do that. But then yeah, I could do that, but then that looks like okay. Oh, well, yeah, I've not seen the second one, any of the second one. I'm not really interested, because you can't really do well, they can do a second one, but it just wouldn't be the first one. If you've seen the first one, it kind of, they don't need to do a second one. The first one's brilliant. Like, I own that movie. There's not many movies I would rush out and buy, but that was one of them. Ridley Scott. When he was a really good director. Yeah, it's I've just realised something. I don't know how I'm going to cover those pointed bits. These bits here. Oh, actually, I could. Can I do this? If we switch it down to grid size 1, yeah, that works, doesn't it? It just works. Thanks, Todd. You're right, it does. Apart from the Z fighting, but oh, wrong place. See, this is going to zap a lot of money, I think, once I start building the pools and stuff. I've got a definite idea of what I want this area to look like. But yeah, swimming pools I think are going to be expensive. Right. I watched Game of Thrones and I stopped watching when the midget was behind the crown. So, because without spoiling anything, I still need to finish that show. I've watched bits of it and I've watched, like, dipped in and out of it, but I yeah. I don't think I went as mad as the rest of the world went over Game of Thrones. I liked the first season. I really enjoyed that. That were good. I have a cunning plan. I think this is the correct angle. Yeah, it is. Look at that scruffy. That looks good, doesn't it? That works. That works really well. Cat's just jumped up on the windowsill. Yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, it needs detail, obviously, but that... let me... I can't even... Why can I not select that? Oh. Yeah, there we go. Superman was good. Crypto was my favorite. I still don't think he'll ever beat Christopher Reeve being Superman. I've watched newer Superman movies and I've been like, it's alright. Yeah, it's alright. I've got an idea. I have an idea. I have a cunning plan, my lord. I just need some sort of contrast. What I might do... He didn't use many powers. Ooh. He just had really good strength. I thought Superman could do anything. I'll tell you, my favourite DC films are oh, excuse me, yawning. My favourite DC films is Batman. Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, etc. They are awesome. I left a hole this side, but I think that might work better. Yeah, kind of like that. You like DC? Someone has to. I'm only joking. I like bits of DC and Marvel, I think, really. You know. Stone Ruin. Oh, they look. Yeah, no. We're not going to use Stone Ruins. We need to get back up to here. And have marble block walls, thank you. I'll tell you, of the Marvel stuff recently, the ones that I've enjoyed the most, Deadpool and Wolverine was a riot. I haven't watched a lot of the Avengers though, so I probably have to watch them at some point. The big question is, do I have Medusa on my Roman walls things? This, yeah, let me, no, Let's have a look at you. Yeah, I thought it was. I haven't watched Logan. I've heard how good it is. I know what happens at the end now, though, having watched Wolverine and Deadpool. Kind of know what happened. So I was just putting my hoodie on because I was getting a bit chilly. The evening's getting a bit colder, or I'm getting tired, one of the two. Or a bit of both, really. Could be a bit of both. Oh, I've got random scaling on still. Turn that off. Yeah, I'm thinking big columns out the front as well. Your floor wise, yeah. Perhaps I should put a floor plan down as well. Like, or do I put plants? The trouble is with playing planet games, lots of planet games, you think, oh, I could use that piece, that would work really well here. Then you realise that it's from Planet Zoo. Or it's from Planet Coaster 1. You know, can't use it. Although most of the stuff from Planet Coaster 1 is in, well, the base game Planet Coaster 1 is in Planet Coaster 2 now. So look. That's nice. I don't know if there's a Roman god that is similar to Zeus, although I think the Romans did borrow in inverted commas a lot of the Greek gods. They borrowed them on a permanent basis, you know. Alright, we got that there. You're a bit big. That's a bit too big for an archway. However, yeah, does that work? Does that work? That works, doesn't it? However, the colours don't work. You definitely need a bit of that. I mean, I could just change it all to tan, couldn't I? But I won't. We'll keep that. Tan's more for the out in the settlements, really. Whereas here, I think we want it cleaner, like more. Traditional Roman style, so white, reds, golds, centurions, etc, etc, etc. Flags. I find it interesting that during the Roman conquest of Britain, they got as far as Scotland and went, nope, and just I learned something today, actually, though. They did try and get into Scotland, but they've got so many, they met such heavy resistance, they gave up. I know an RPG game you probably like. Yeah. Mention it Let's see, we'll see. Dragon's Dogma 2. Okay, I have the one of the Dragon Age games. I think Dragon Age 2 Inquisition, the one that everyone said was really good. I own that, and I've never played it. So perhaps we'll play that on stream. I mean, I'm not at my best, but I'm best off streaming RPGs because I tend not to get so aggressive and things. And Planet games, obviously, you know, it's all chill, and I like being chilled, really. I know it's not Dragon Age. I know it's Dragon Dogma. I realise it's a different game. I'm not... Cripes, Ashley, I'm not stupid. I know I act it sometimes, but I'm not that stupid. People were recommending games for me to play, and I'll be like, okay, yeah. We need to go back to Red Dead Redemption 2 at some point as well. Those streams are adult only. Okay, is that... I don't know whether I like that or not. It's too white. It's too white. I need to change the colours on some of it. Right there. They're tiny, those little bits. Red Dead Redemption is never a bad idea. No, I know. I should go back and watch me playing at least the first episode. All my streams are up on. I used to stream that, and there was regulars that used to tune in and watch me play. They tuned in to watch me riding horses into trees. That's why my audience used to tune in to watch me playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Most played game, I find things in that game I've seen before. It's crazy. Yeah. I think I tried to find... I did a lot of research on it, found a lot of Easter eggs and stuff. But I still didn't scratch the surface, really. That's a stone ruin. No, we don't want that. That's a ruin. I mean, we don't want ruins. Red Dead Redemption 2. Now I'm thinking about Red Dead Redemption 2. How much of a fan of Red Dead Redemption 2 are you? Do you have any of the music on a playlist on Spotify? That's the big question. Not that determines whether you're a fan of Red Dead Redemption 2 or not, but I'm just curious more, I think. So I was thinking about putting some marble across the front. No. Well, you should do. You should definitely have American Venom. That track is awesome. Which is why I called the roller coaster American Venom in my Morgan Park. After Arthur Morgan. Oh, Dutch. Trying to remember all the characters now. Uncle. Trying to remember all the characters from Red Dead Redemption 2 now. You got me thinking about it. Look, no, no, Witcher 3. I need to get to the DLC of Witcher 3 before we start thinking about bloody Red Dead Redemption 2. Ashley's like, No, you want to play Red Dead. Look into my eyes. You want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. You're feeling very much like playing Red Dead Redemption 2. You want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. Trouble is, you know, I'd probably have to delete Fortnite to play it. I need to get a hard drive. Even my son said to me, Dad, just buy an external hard drive. Today I was like, well, I like both. No, you fall asleep if I play Red Dead Redemption, if I play Witcher. Although, hopefully when I get further in, you won't fall asleep when I get like a bit more into the game. Yeah, well, there you go. I'm past the beginning now. We've done the intro, and we'll get to the bit where we meet Yennefer and all that. And did you not see my crushing Gwent victory? I destroyed him. I knew I'd won by the end of the first round. You can't delete Fortnite. Epic would probably get a bit upset if I did that. This music's so chill. Planet Coaster and chill. After the first round, I knew I'd won. I let him win the first round, and I was like, I've won now. I was like, I know I've won this game, and yeah, I crushed him. Crushed him. That was sunsetting, which in the beginning didn't know my times. It's a sunrise, you mean? Where the camp. You had a dream, didn't you? It says sunrise is a way off. Old Uncle Vesimer. Guessing we need to add that on the other side as well. Yeah. Pirouette, you're not in the circus. The old Witcher. The old Geralt with his amazing. Well, it doesn't matter. What, eh? What does it matter? If it was sunset or sunrise, it was nice. Oh. I was like, hang on, what? Yeah, I did spend ages watching trees at one point, and that. I'm going to turn the fisheye lens thing off as well when I'm using Witcher Senses, because it's just too much, I think, for a stream. So, and I'm going to, as I say, I'm going to put on put on what's its name mode as well, stream friendly mode. It'll be a good game. Lodge wants me to get back on Fortnite, although as I say, I think Fortnite brings out the worst in me. It's not the greatest of games to stream. Plus, at least with playing RPGs, it's a progressing. Sorry, call me Mike. It's a progressing storyline, so I kind of like that. It's, I suppose the beauty of watching me fail at Fortnite is for me getting that odd victory that happens once in a blue moon. When you go back to Fortnite, you probably gift you the gritty because you love it so much. I do play it still, but like today I played a little bit at 1 o'clock when all the sweats were on. I was just trying to dim a dailies quickly, and I had one guy chase me halfway across the Blitz map from literally from the Neo area right to the retail place, where the football pitch is. He chased me right across the map, and I was just like, seriously, just get a bloody life. I was like, there's no need to play like that so aggressively. If somebody gets tries to run away from me when I'm in blitz and that, I let them go, because if I'm better than them, I can kill them later on, or they'll get killed by someone else. So either way, whereas this person was so desperate they chased me across the entire map, and I'm just like, well, where's the fun in that? But yeah, Lodge was saying they've got rid of the crappy medallions. Level 108, and I've only played about 10 games of Battle Royale. Oh yeah, because you just play creative and festival and things. Perhaps I should just go on and just leave it in creative and go off for do something else for a half hour and come back. Really what? I might play it again. Yeah. Oh yeah. Getting rid of the medallions. Yeah, that's what he said to me tonight. Because people said probably the numbers dropped so drastically after that. Because you had the orange flavory fizz, and then people could just like fly across the map and chase people, and that there's no way to get away from them, especially in zero build. You just got it's just like where's the fun in this? That's what put me off a bit. Yeah, I don't think anyone liked them. The new medallions, they were overpowered, like really overpowered. So I think Epic probably saw the error of their ways when people took to Reddit and was like pointing out, yeah, this seems a little broken to me. Do you not play test your game, Epic? Infinite stamina, and the ability to just leap higher all over the place with infinite stamina. Yeah. Yeah, if everyone has a medallion and you have the chance, everyone has the chance to pick up medallions like really easily, that's a fairer gameplay. I don't want to keep playing OG Fortnite, yeah. OG's full of sweats though, now. Like my son Kieran was saying, he went on and he came across some really sweaty players, and he said it was just like no fun, And like, yeah, that's most of my Fortnite experiences lately. It is, yeah, full of sweats, yeah. Mind you, I suppose the good thing about the OG map is you can kind of just slink off and get ignored for the most part of the game if you want. My first OG game I played and won, I think I came across about 5 people in the whole game. So, and 2 of them were right at the end. I suppose Fortnite has helped me find lots of new subscribers. By the way, anyone watching this in the future and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. We need to get to 1,000 subs or the world's going to end. I've got 24 hours to do it. No, I'm just being silly, but anyway. you can enter a giveaway. You'll have good luck for the rest of the day if you subscribe to my channel. All the other things that the YouTubers say to inflate the numbers. Don't forget, I'll be picking one person at random to win. Now I need a fallout shelter and real. Hey? Do you know what? If I could live in a shelter with supplied food and everything, and just with PlayStation 5, I'd probably be quite happy doing that. And just let the world leave me alone. That'd be my existence. How the world is ended. Oh. Yeah, I was just being silly. Because of all the stuff that streamers say, or YouTubers used to say to get people to subscribe. All the crap they used to feed you, and you're just like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now don't forget, guys, you've got to like and comment on this, and I will pick one lucky random subscriber to win the £50 V-Bucks. Yeah, like heck you will. And then everyone's like, well, I commented and subscribed and liked the video, and I haven't won, I didn't win any V-Bucks. No, because there was no V-Bucks to win in the first place, that's why. Alright, we got that, and we got that. All of which is quite nice in design. See, there's middle bits, I kind of want a protruding, yeah, bit sticking out. Or they give it their friend, yeah. I actually won. What, your best mates, yeah. Yeah, you give me 50 quid and I'll gift you 50 quid. Okay. Confused you will be. But if you like, comment and subscribe on this channel, you'll just make me very happy. That's it. That's all there is. Nothing else. See, I kind of want it a bit sticking out. I'm just trying this. I'm just going to see how it looks. I may. Saved a lot of money from Save the World. Yeah. Don't rub it in. Nobody likes a show off. £3.50. Yeah, it's £3.50 technically, because V-Bucks are, yeah, 1,000 V-Bucks is is 7 quid, isn't it? Or is it 7.99? It might be 4 quid. I don't know whether I like that or not. No. That's the quick answer. No. Just like looking at it and going, No. No, I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it one little bit. What we're going to do is... I don't know how to make this look interesting. How can I make my Roman entrance look Roman and interesting? Jeez, it's only 12:05 and I'm absolutely shattered. Lions, I do not have... Interesting, I do not have lions. I don't think. Unlike Fallout. I have a balloon crab. I have crabs. Not something you should shout about, really. Sorry. There are some jokes you should keep to yourself. Can we... Was that one? I don't know whether it's the full thing broken. I think it is. I think you can make a full... Yeah, let's see. If I can make a full token thing. Stream gone wrong. Hey? How's the stream gone wrong? Oh, me gone wrong in the stream. Oh, that's... Yes, me gone wrong in stream. These things happen. It's probably the more tired I get, I just become more deranged. You get to that point in the evening where everything you say or do seems funny, you know. Or in your head it seems like a great idea. So games I should play on stream. I think we can make up a full... That's quite good actually. That is a full coinage thing. I'm concentrating, hence why I'm being quiet. Deep in concentration. There we go, let's have a look. Yeah, kind of like that. Silence reigns and we all get wet. As if by magic, on cue, the music starts up again. I'm only playing Fortnite on PlayStation at the moment. Best way to play it. Like, why would you bother playing it on anything else? Playing on Switch is like playing a slideshow. Don't know what Switch 2 is like though, and I know you've got one of them. So, play on PC is just, yeah, well, it looks like you play on a Commodore 64. Reread. Yeah, I know you've only been playing Fortnite on PlayStation. I was saying, well, why would you wouldn't want to play on anything else, basically? Because playing on PlayStation is the best thing to play on, is what I was referring to. I did read the comment correctly. I saw. Reread. Sounds like some strange person's name. Reread. I say I don't want to play on anything else. No, I didn't think that either. Fine. Just one day you'll be saying, I've built this brilliant zoo and I want you to check it out live on stream. There you go. I mean, anyone playing any of the Planet games that watches this and wants me to check out your park or video or zoo or whatever, I'm more than happy to do. Switch 2 is good though. Oh yeah, I know. I think it probably does run Fortnite okay. I would think it's good enough hardware for that. PC, as I say, it makes it look like an ancient, like a Commodore 64, unfortunately, with performance mode. And then Xbox, well, that's Microsoft owned, so less said about that, the better. It's bad frame rate, I wouldn't play it. Yeah. My son's playing on an Xbox 360. He says by the time he loads into the lobby for Blitz, the game's loading. I'm like, he's loading into the game on his Xbox 360. I'm like, yeah. Which 3 on PS4. I played on PS5. I played it on PS4. What? Hey? What? Yeah, I think. I know, not 360. Must be his. What was the last one? Sorry. Yeah, it was. I think Fortnite. Yeah, no, you think Fortnite's 8 years old? It must have been on the PlayStation 3, and yeah, you could play it on PS3, and I'm pretty sure you could on the Xbox 360. But I don't think that's what he's got. I think he's got the next one up from the Xbox. He's not got the latest one. He's got the one before, like the equivalent of a PS4. I don't know. There's so many different Xbox names, but anyway, could you? You play Fortnite on Xbox 360. You cannot play it because it is not supported and lacks the necessary hardware, like Unreal Engine 4, to run the game. You play on Xbox Series XS. I think that's what he's got. Oh, Xbox One, yeah, I think it's Xbox One he's got, sorry, apologies. PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, PCs and mobile devices. There you go. There's a video saying that you can't play it on Xbox. We know that you can't play it on Xbox 360. So yeah, I just can't keep up with. Seriously, somebody's made a video with 1 minute 33 with nothing happening on YouTube saying, can you upgrade to, just saying you cannot, you need to upgrade to be able to play, you cannot play on an Xbox 360 Fortnite. Why do you make a video? It's 1.5 minutes just telling you what the internet's just told, what you could do with a simple Google search or simple search on any search engine. Yeah, you must have this. Yeah, you must have the last one, the last Xbox, not the latest one. But anyway, he's got that, and it takes him ages to load in. Was the point of the? Hello, Deadshot. You're back again. We've got a lion that's crying. Ashley's come to the conclusion that I've lost it. See, that wouldn't be in Roman times. Xbox 360 was the last Xbox I had, and I've been PlayStation since. Do you want to know the last Xbox I owned? None of them. I always had good taste. My father got a PlayStation, I played it, I was like, I'm buying myself a PlayStation. And then the PS2 came out when I owned my PlayStation. And I owned at the time PlayStation 2, PC, gaming PC, and a Dreamcast. Oh, and then I got a GameCube as well. So I had 5 consoles at one point when I worked in the games industry. In my house. It's ridiculous. I had House of the Rising Dead. I had all the peripherals for the Dreamcast as well. I could play the gun games. Which, on a 21-inch screen, was pretty pointless. Although I'm on a 21-inch screen at the moment. But I think, no, it's actually bigger than 21-inch. No, it's bigger than, this is bigger than 21-inch. I think it's 30 or something. But yeah, used to stand there and shoot it. I had them all until somebody that worked at the same company as me, and they got rid of her very quickly. Her and her boyfriend nicked all my, like, robbed me basically, because they lived in the same house as us, and they robbed all my stuff and destroyed my surround sound setup and everything. I paid £1,000 for a PC, and back then that was a lot of money. So I was really pissed. Oh, hello, Desperado. We're taking trips down memory lane and talking about old consoles and things and games, and probably because I said something stupid like saying my son was playing Fortnite on an Xbox 360, but you know, I can't keep up with Xboxes because I've never owned one. Still is, to be honest. Oh, what? Yeah, £1,000 for a PC is a lot of money, yeah. But you get a decent one, but back then it would have been even more. It was like probably top end, and the baskets, I didn't have it. I had it for about a month or two, and I was playing all these games. I played Half-Life on it and completed it, which is brilliant. But I learned to cheese a lot of Half-Life. I learned very quickly that you could just hide in certain areas and cheese most of the game. Right, that's not very good. That's not what we want. But it's still a great game. It's the first. The revolutionary thing about Half-Life was it's the first first-person first sort of first-person shooter type game with a story like that. Because story-based games were RPGs before that, and suddenly there was this story and action game in Half-Life, and it just sold hand over fist for years because there was nothing like it. I would like a PC, but I'm not doing it. I'd rather just chat with a console. Yeah. PC is just a bit too po-faced and serious, and it costs too much money. And when having a family, you just can't. I just can't justify. I wouldn't be able to save up. I'd have to work for the next 10 years to be able to save up for a PC, and by which time there'd probably be Steam Decks for dirt cheap and things. They'd probably do the same thing, really. I think everything's going to become cross-platform anyway. I say everything. I think most things will become cross-platform. Like Fortnite's cross-platform. This is cross-platform. I think most games will just become cross-platform to survive. You know, if they're online. Obviously offline games, you don't need them to be cross-platform. But this, you can collaborate with other people in Planet Coaster 2, and like I could save this and then put it on the workshop and somebody else could pick it up, or I could collaborate with someone else on it, and we end up building, you know, a theme park together. Anyway, Desperado, sorry, evening, how are you? Not ignoring you, by the way. I hope all is good. I was even thinking about giving my PS5 to my nephew and getting PS, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's up to you. I had the PS5 from early on, and I just don't see the point in getting. It's like they did it with the PS4, didn't they? The PS4 and the PS4 Pro, and I was like, the benefits, and I don't think the benefits are that huge for PS5 Pro. I can understand if they were like, it was revolutionary and it was like a really big improvement, but I don't think it is that much of an improvement, and hardware's getting to the point where it's plateauing now. So whereas, you know, 8-bit to 16-bit was a massive jump. I know that it's better upgrade seeing in person than watching on a video. Yeah, but I'm not denying that, but what I'm saying is, like, 8-bit to 16-bit was a massive jump. 16-bit to 32-bit, which the PS5 was, the PlayStation was 32-bit console, and they had the N64, which was obviously at the time 64-bit or RAM. Yeah, it was, you know, and those were leaps and bounds. The graphics were coming on in leaps and bounds. Every hardware, and so you need the latest hardware and the latest upgrade. And then you had Macs for working. Apple Macintoshes were, Apple Macintosh computers were considered like quite good for creative people, because they would have music programs and stuff like that on them, and you could plug keyboards into them and things, and they had really good music-based programs. Whereas PCs were more work-based and IBM and all that. They were more serious po-faced stuff. Whereas, Apple Macintoshes were considered a bit more creative. So if you were a creative person, you wanted that. And then you had, every upgrade of computers, then you would see a massive change in graphics and that. And now, I'm still waiting for Red Dead Redemption 2 upgrade. I'm waiting for Red Dead Redemption, the original, to be put on so I can play it on PS5. So they need to do a PS5 version, but I don't think they will. Grand Theft Auto's Grand Theft Auto 5 is Rockstar's little cash cow now. Yeah, I know you can. I know it's a PS4 game. I can't purchase it though. And they were doing the PC. They did the PC upgrade with all the new graphics and everything. Have you not seen it? Did you not see the advert for it? They did a PC upgrade for it and it looks really good. And I'm just waiting for them to bring like a remastered version of it. And I'm waiting for them to bring that to PS5. Why can't you buy it? I don't know. You can upgrade to premium and stream it and play it if you pay for premium. But I don't want to pay for premium. PC not my thing. Too many buttons. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Desperado. Yeah. Well, I've got a keyboard plugged in now. Yeah, they did it for PC, but they've not done a PlayStation remastered version for Xbox. They just did it for PC only. So I'm waiting for them to bring that to PlayStation, and then it'd be worth playing Red Dead because it'd look like almost as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. So yeah, Rockstar need to pull their finger out and do it, but they don't support. I see it on PlayStation for about 30 quid. What? The remastered version? Let me have a look. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 1, but that's not the remastered version, is it? Let me have a look. Red Dead Redemption. £50. But standard edition £50. Now playable in 60 FPS on PS5. Ah. So is that the including Undead Nightmare now supports up to 60 FPS on PlayStation 5 via backwards compatibility. Yeah, but it's not the upgraded version. Yeah, no, it's not the remastered version, unfortunately. Yeah, if you look up the PC remastered version of Red Dead Redemption 2, you'll see what I'm about. It looks amazing. Red Dead Redemption, and then so if they bring that to PS5, yeah, I'll be all over it. Because I saw it advertised and I was like, this looks incredible, and then it went PC only. I was like, drat. I need to look now. Right, have a quick look, then come back to the stream and you'll see what I'm on about. The PC remaster of Red Dead Redemption. It looks so tasty. That's it, she's off. She's gone. Right. I can get on and actually concentrate on what I'm trying to do, which is trying to make head nor tail of what I'm doing here. But I can't decide what I'm actually doing here. See, I know I want like some column pillars out the front. Yeah, yeah, I'm kind of thinking how I can do that. Kind of had some ideas, it half came to me, but I just, well, I'm not going to block those ends in, they're going to have other buildings connected to them. There is no point in spending money. You didn't watch a fake video, right? I can't say anything about it. No, it definitely was a fake video. It said bloody Rockstar on it, cheeky monkey. Right, now I'm taken to Google. You Red Dead. I think it's coming out next year. It might be coming out next year. PC remaster. Yeah, okay, a PC port that offers significant upgrades from the original console version, including higher resolution up to 4K, unlocked frame rates, improved graphics, HDR support, and native support for modern hardware like DLSS, FSR, and ultra-wide monitors. The game was released in October 2024 on Steam and requires the Rockstar Games launcher to play. Thank you. Graphical enhancements, modern hardware support, includes Undead Nightmares and Rockstar Games launcher requirement. No online multiplayer. Well, it's not a real remaster, but it feels like one. Yeah, okay. But yeah. So the PC version looks amazing. And they could do it on the PS5. The PC remaster looks the same as the PS4 one. No, it doesn't. Behave yourself. It looks... The graphics are really pixelated on the PS4 version. I like the optimism, but even I'm not. I do understand the PC resolution is slightly better than we have on console, unfortunately. Although it doesn't make much of a difference to your gameplay. I can't see anything on YouTube. Last video was 9 months ago. Well, it might have been 9 months ago then. Look up Rockstar and put Red Dead Redemption PC in, and that's it, and find it on YouTube. Anyway, I saw that and I thought it looked good. And it didn't look like any other gameplay I've seen on Red Dead Redemption from the console. End of story. That's it. Okay. I'm getting quite uppity now. I need to get snooty, snooty, snotty, snotty, snooty. I weep for the future. You're Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. So if anyone knows what I'm on about, we're going about Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. I don't know what you're saying, I'm not. Forget it. Forget it. Difference of opinion. It looks better on PC, I think, than it did on PlayStation. Scruffy's even come to join me on this one. He's come and sat with me now. That's right, Scruffs, isn't it? And definitely, we're not mad. I remember seeing it and thinking it looked really good compared to what I'd seen on the PlayStation version. Careful, Cat, you're gonna knock my drink over. Right, now you're still on the... You just deleted the chat. You just deleted the chat on my stream. I was treading on my phone. Thanks, Scruffy. Yeah, I'm back. Maybe, but you saying the PC remaster looks like Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, okay, perhaps that was an exaggeration. It looks good. Look, I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, I don't exaggerate, alright? Anyway, well, I don't see why we couldn't have that on the PlayStation 5, is my honest opinion. I don't know why we couldn't have the PC port brought back to the console. No, just offer 60 FPS and be happy about it. Wow, better frame rate. You really worked hard at that one, Rockstar. Thanks for that. I mean, especially now with the way the consoles are practically PCs anyway. They wouldn't have to do much to make it compatible for PlayStation and Xbox. So, there you go. Graphics is better as well. What, on the PC version? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. If that's what you're saying, that's what I was saying in the first place. Oh, fair enough. Well, hang on. Did I see the pictures of the PS4 version? No, I didn't. Oh, you're saying the PS4 version. I get it. You're saying that all it said was it gave us. It didn't say they'd improved the graphics. I'm going back now to look at it. Is everyone enjoying my stream? Official news now in stores, now available in 60 FPS. Including, yeah. But it doesn't. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I suppose it looks quite good now. Anyway, I'm still not. I'll wait till it's on sale because I'm not spending 50 quid on Red Dead Redemption. Thank you, just so I can play it on stream. See? Do you know what? No one likes a smart ass, alright? Stop gloating. Yes, don't. I'm not either. No, 50 quid is a bit excessive. Just for... Doesn't matter how much you think a game series is good. 50 quid? Bit steep. I wish you could haggle with games companies, you know. You could do that like the builders do. Oh, that's a bit steep. I'll tell you what, I'll take off your hands for a £5 and start haggling with them. In fact, we should be able to do that. Once AI becomes a thing, yeah, we should actually be able to verbally haggle over game prices. That's what we should be able to do. That's the future of online game stores. We should have the right to haggle like we used to years ago. Right, I don't know what to do with these bits, these archway bits and things, and I'm looking through here looking for ideas and nothing is coming to me because I'm too busy discussing Red Dead Redemption. And that's water. Water doesn't do that, by the way. Inspiration. I need inspiration. I have no idea what to put in those arches. Oh, I can know what I can put in those arches. Yeah, of course. Don't be so stupid. Build a Roman bath. Well, I'm going to get to that. Just calm your, you know, that's got to come over here, and I'm going to have a big Roman square, and it's all going to be Roman, and there'll be lots of, and then I'll have Brian writing on the wall, and I'll have a centurion standing there going, what does that say? It says Romans going, no it doesn't. What's the plural of Roman? But this is motion toward. Another film. That's probably another film you haven't seen, Ashley. Life of Brian. It's a brilliant Christmas film. It's really good. Monty Python. Life of Brian. Good quality film, that. And something I've heard of it. I am aware of it. Yeah, probably because it's like, if there's one thing, when I went travelling, that was the one thing everyone talked to me about was Monty Python and their films, basically. I just like, okay. I flew to the other side of the world to discuss Monty Python films with people. That'd be a good title for a stream, wouldn't it? Or a video. I flew to the other side of the world to talk about Monty Python. It wasn't actually the reason I went, but you know, hey, what's a bit of clickbait? Never hurt anyone, did it? Yeah, that's quite nice actually. I mean, she's a bit big. Although, shh, I didn't say that out loud, did I? She's the perfect size. I never said she was big at all. But in the context of what I'm designing here, she was a little bit too tall. So I've seen bits of that movie before. Because it's like Monty Python's Life of Brian and Monty Python's Holy Grail are world famous comedy that we exported across the world, you know, and just like, and I think they're made in the 70s and they're still funny now. So timeless comedy classics. Well worth a watch. The Life of Brian. Absolutely brilliant film. And Ferris Bueller is one of my other favourite films, and Back to the Future. They're the three films that my mum and dad love that stuff. Yeah, thanks. You know. Do you know what? You're old, you are. My mum always no, I draw the line at Carry On movies. They're just all innuendo anyway. Which I kind of grew out of when I was a teenager. Once I hit my 20s, I kind of moved away from all that Carry On stuff. You know, I don't get offended if people say bum or anything. I don't find it hilarious. Which is kind of the humour of Carry On films. Although some of it's quite funny. Kenneth Williams is very funny. He was quite a clever comedian. I think this is going to be too small. Yeah, that's now going to... It's just completely out of size, isn't it? Look, it just looks weird. That's weird. Alright. So, I think we get rid of that. Father Ted. Well, Father Ted's good. Father Ted's brilliant. You can't go wrong with Father Ted. I remember boys watch Father Ted and the young ones. But now you're making me feel old because you're like my parents watch. What I mean. Let's put older TV shows on around Christmas time. God. God, the cheek of it. I don't know. I was joking about Life of Brian being a good Christmas film anyway. It's really not. It like religious groups were up in arms about the Life of Brian. But it does start around Christmas time. Okay, hang on, let's oh yeah, that looks really good now. Look at that. They are good once you start watching them. What? Carry On films or Monty Python or Christmas films in general? Either way, I'm not talking to you, Ashley. You've offended me. Oh dear. I told a Domino's driver that I'm not easily offended the other day. He started talking about people saying duck sounds a bit like and I was like, okay, and he said the F word to me and I'm just like, okay, I really didn't expect my Domino's delivery driver to come out with that, but yeah, fine, whatever, roll with it. He's talking about what do you say to people when you know, because I think he called me, he said young man or something. I said I haven't been called that for many years or something. He said, well, what do you say to people these days? You can't say this and that. I said, no, I'm not easily offended. So then, yeah, he proceeded to try and offend me. I was just like, okay, no filter on this guy. Column lintel, yeah. Well, I kind of like that, but do I have them at equal end, or do I have them? I don't think. I think the Romans are too structured and ordered. They wouldn't do a design like that. They'd have a meltdown if it wasn't symmetrical. Definitely not new shows. Well, no. Look, just Monty Python and timeless classics, alright? Bloody watch Life of Brian and enjoy it at some point in your life. Of all the films I've shown my kids, Life of Brian is one that they like, and Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption is #1 on IMDb of all their movies. It's got the highest rating. And it is a bloody good movie. It's got Tim Robbins in and Morgan Freeman. Any film with Morgan Freeman is pretty good. They're good once you start watching. You said that already. What, I should watch Carry On films, or should watch... I've seen all the Carry On films in that. Yeah, watch Life of Brian at some point. And Monty Python and the Holy Grail, once, I would say you'd have to watch after you've watched Life of Brian. Life of Brian's like a bit more commercial. Holy Grail was a bit more wacky and completely mad, but I still love it because it's completely crazy. It's surreal comedy, and some people get that and some people don't. It's very abstract. And what movie on for like 6 hours? No, Monty Python movies are short. No, Life of Brian's not long at all. You're thinking Schindler's List or something. It's like 50 billion year. And Schindler's List is one of those amazing movies that everyone told me I should watch as a kid. And I'd get about 30 minutes in and go, I just can't. I'd probably enjoy it more as an adult, but yeah, it was too long and too heavy, I think. I like my entertainment to be light. Hence why I'm recommending Monty Python's Life of Brian. Not sponsored, by the way. There isn't many of them left to sponsor me, I don't think. And saying that, I think there is a lot of the cast of Monty Python alive still. Well, I'm going to go and study some Roman architecture and come up with some more ideas, because I've got ideas of what I want to do with certain bits of it, and I know how I'm going to do it, but this, I've got no idea what I'm doing with it. So I'm going to go off and study it and look into it and do all these other things to get there with it. We'll eventually have a nice Roman style wall, and then I can start adding my other bits in, my actual swimming pool, baths and everything else, shops, marketplace, square. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I've enjoyed our conversations. I don't feel about 2,000 years old now, Ashley, thanks, you know. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. I should stream Witcher 3, Fortnite or Oblivion or something, but if anyone wants me to play Planet games, because I can actually talk to people when I play Planet games, then you get good interaction and we get to talk about create loads of different things, then I'll come back to this, because I'm quite happy playing Planet Coaster 2 at the moment. In fact, I'm very happy. Thank you. I could hear that moving, and I'm like, it's not moving. You not a turtle. Hey? Anyway. Michelangelo. Is that what you're on about? Or Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, they're turtles. Never mind, I'm tired. Fair enough. Never mind, I'm a turtle. Right, I shall see you all tomorrow night. It's ridiculously late, and yeah, I'll come back and stream something else. So if anyone wants me to stream Planet again, I'll stream Planet Coaster, or Planet Zoo, or Planet, because we haven't checked in on the zoo for a while. So. But I am enjoying being able to resize everything and make it fit my designs. Red Dead. I need an external hard drive. Witcher 3. I might do Witcher 3 tomorrow. I mean, or Fortnite. For God's sake. Witcher 3, I'll probably be more controlled. If I play Fortnite, I'm going to say things that I shouldn't be saying, and I'll just lose my rag. It brings out the worst in me, that game. And as I say, I'm trying to stay away from that. We'll see. See what I feel like playing tomorrow night. Probably Witcher 3 then. That's probably looking like a better choice. Because I definitely want to play Witcher 3 and get a lot further in, like to the point where I'm any game you want. I'll see what I feel like tomorrow night. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good night.